Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. In this video, we will talk about translation of ellipses. So we studied in the previous video, and please watch the previous video before coming here because this one depends on that. We studied that the ellipse with the center 0, 0 and horizontal ellipse in particular has the equation x square over a square plus y square over b square equals 1. Now, today we want to talk about translating this center from 0, 0 to hk. So we will have this equation x minus h square over a square plus y minus k square over b square equals 1. So instead of x square, I have x minus h square. Instead of y square, I have y minus k square. Similar to the circle, we know that the equation of the circle x square plus y square equals 0, 0 equals r square. If the center is 0, 0, when the center is hk, we write it x minus h square plus y minus k square equals r square. So it's the same here. And since we are writing x minus h square, we will translate the old ellipse h units to the right, k units up if h and k are positive numbers. So h units to the right, k units up. This means we are adding h to each x coordinate and k to each y coordinate. So the new coordinate is 0 plus h and 0 plus k. And that's important because, for example, here for this ellipse, the coordinates of the foci of the vertices, if you remember, negative a0 and a0. Now, this vertex will be, the new coordinates of this vertex will be negative a plus h and 0 plus k or k. For example, this point, so this vertex has this coordinates. The endpoint, this endpoint of the minor axis was 0, b, if you remember. Now, the endpoint of the minor axis here would be what? 0 plus h, which is h, and b plus k. As simple as that. The focus, for example, there was a focus here and a focus here, two foci. The coordinates of this focus, if you remember, is c and 0. So the focus here now would have coordinates add h to the x coordinates, add k to the y coordinates. So you can have all the new coordinates of the vertices, the endpoints of the minor axis, the foci, just by adding h to the any x coordinate and k to any y coordinate. So we will have these new coordinates of the vertices, the foci, when uh, when we deal with horizontal ellipse. Even the same for the vertical ellipse, 0, 0 would be changed to hk. Here a square is greater than b square as usual. Instead of now the new vertices, notice what was the vertex here? It was 0, negative a, and 0, positive a. So the new vertex would be add h and add k, negative a plus k, a plus k. This would be the new vertices. So that's it. And let us try to solve the exercises. The first exercise, as usual, graph. He will give you the equation and ask you to graph. So to graph, we start by the center. I need the center. The center there was 0, 0, but here it is not 0, 0. So what is the center? This is x minus h. So h is 1. Y minus k. So k is negative 2. So if it is negative, you take it as you take 1, you change the sign. If it is positive, you change the sign. Okay. So this is the center, 1 and negative 2. And we go ahead and graph plot the center. So this is 1 and this is negative 2. So here is the center of this ellipse. And now, as we did in the previous video, we look before x. What do we have? below x, sorry, 4. We take square root of 4, 2 units, and we go from the center 2 units to the right and 2 units to the left. So this is 1, 2 units I reach 3, 2 units to the left I reach -1. So these 2 points would be the endpoints of the minor axis because 9 is greater than 4. So if you want to write the coordinates of the endpoints of the minor axis, the first one 3, -2, and this one is -1 and -2. Okay. Now on the y-axis, I'll go 3 units up, 3 units down from the center. So the center is here, 1 and -2, go 3 units up. So here, -2, go 3 units up, 1, 2, 3. So you reach 1. So this point. And from -2, go to, from the center, of course, go 3 units down. So you reach -5. So you are here. So these 2 points are the vertices. So this vertex has coordinates 1, 1, and this vertex has coordinates 1 and -5. And you can just connect the points to sketch the graph of the ellipse. It doesn't pass by 0, 0, of course. It doesn't have to pass by 0, 0. Okay. So this is the graph of the ellipse. If you want, you can draw the major axis and the minor axis, and the center here is in the middle. A is 3, B is 2. Okay. You can do whatever you like, and everything is understandable because I have here, this is the vertex and this is another vertex. Okay, and where are the foci? We can locate even the foci. C square as usual, 9 minus 4, which is 5. So C is square root of 5. Now, where are the foci? On the major axis. So I start from the center, which is 1 and -2, and I add square root of 5. Where? Should we add it to the x-axis, to the x coordinate, or to the y coordinate? I start from the center and I go up. The foci should be somewhere here on the major axis. So 1, the x coordinate is not changing. I need to change the y coordinates. I want to go up and down by what? By square root of 5. So this would be the coordinates of the foci. And you can approximate this. -2 plus square root of 5 is zero point 0.2. So zero point 0.2 somewhere here. This would be the first focus, and the second focus, -2 minus square root of 5, and it is -4.2. So somewhere here, this is the second focus. Similarly, but notice that 9 is greater than 4 and it's below the x-axis, the x. So this is a horizontal ellipse. But to sketch the graph, I need the center first. What is the center? X minus h. So h is -1. Y minus k. So k is 2. Let us sketch the graph. -1 and plus 2. Okay, this is the center. 3 units right and left from the center. 1, 2, 3. So this is -1. When I go 3 units, I reach 2. -1 plus 3 is 2. -1 minus 3 is -4. So here I have the vertices because this is the major axis. This is the major axis. So this vertex has coordinates 2 and 2, and this vertex has coordinates -4 and 2. And from the center, I go 2 units up and 2 units down, and I sketch the graph of the ellipse. So this is the graph of the ellipse. What are the endpoints of the minor axis? This is the minor axis, and the endpoints of the minor axis are negative 1 and 4, because this is 2, and also negative 1 and 0. What about the foci? C square is 9 minus 4. C is square root of 5, negative 1 and 2. Now, the major axis is horizontal, so I'll go to the right and to the left. So negative 1 will be changed. I will add square root of 5 or subtract square root of 5 from negative 1. But 2, the y coordinate, remains the same because y is not changing here. Y is always 2. So these are the coordinates of the foci. Now, a new point. What if the equation is not written in the standard form? It is like this. So I need really to complete the square in x and complete the square in y before to change this equation to the standard form like this. So how to complete the square? Pay attention. I first will write x square and x together beside each other, also y square and y, and the number I will take it to the other side. So this is the first step. Now I have these two terms with x, so I take 4 as a common factor because the coefficient of x square has to be 1. To complete the square, the coefficient of x square has to be 1. So you take the coefficient of x square, which is 4, as a common factor. And now 40 divided by 4 is 10, so you write 10 here. And y square, also I need the coefficient of y square to be 1. So I take 36 as a common factor. So I have y square, and now negative 288 over 36 is just 8. So I will have negative 8y. And I need to add a number here. And in the right hand side, I have negative 532. Now, I need to add a number here to make it a perfect square. That's how we complete the square. Do you remember what number we add? We divide 10, the coefficient of x, over 2, square it, and add it here. So 10 over 2, 5 squared, the number I need to add is 25. Similarly, negative 8 over 2 squared, negative 4 over 2, 16. I need to add 16 here. So that's how we add half of the coefficient of x squared, half of the coefficient of y squared. Now we added some numbers to the left-hand side. We need to add the same numbers to the right-hand side because we don't want to change the equation. So what did we add to the left-hand side? Did we add 25? And the answer is no. We added 25, but 25 is multiplied by 4. So actually we added 4 times 25. So we added 100 to the left-hand side. So I should have add 100 to the right hand side. What else? I added 16 multiplied by 36. So 16 multiplied by 36 is 576. Now by this, I did not change anything in the equation, and I am ready to write it as a perfect square. I take the square root of x squared, the sign of the second term, and square root of 25 squared, and raise it to the power 2. Now, if you expand this, x squared plus 2 times 5 times x, 10x plus 25, this is a perfect square, and that's how we complete the square. Also here, square root of y squared is y. Take the negative sign, and square root of 16 is 4. Raise it to the power 2. Y squared minus 2 times 4 minus 8y plus 16. This also a perfect square, and equals, add these numbers. Negative 532 plus 100 plus 576. The number is 144. And now it is easy to continue. If you remember, we divide by 144 now to change it to the standard form. Okay, and when I divide by 144, I will get x plus 5 square and 4 over 144 is 1 over 36. So I'll have 36 here and 4 here. 36 over 144 is 1 over 4 and 1 here, and this is the equation of the ellipse written in the standard form. And now to graph this equation, I need the center, and the center is x minus h, so h is -5, y minus k, so k is 4, and I need to plot the center 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is the center, -5 and 4. And now 6 units to the right and to the left. Below x I have 36, I go 6 units. This is -5 plus 6, so I will reach 1. -5 plus 6, I will reach -11. So this is the major axis. This is the major axis. And these are the vertices. So the first vertex is 1 and 4, and the second vertex is -11 and 4. And the minor axis, I go from the center 2 units up, 2 units down. So this is the minor axis, and the endpoints of the minor axis would be -5 and 2 and -5 and 6. And you can sketch the graph of the ellipse. So this is the ellipse. The foci would be on the major axis. To locate the foci, c square is 36 minus 4, which is 32. So c is square root of 32, and that's 4 square root of 2, and it's about 5.7. So 5.7 would be somewhere here and somewhere here. And notice that I'll start from -5 and 4. Now, will I change the x coordinate or the y coordinate? Are you going up, down, or right, left? No, right, left. So you change the x coordinates. So 9 minus 5 plus or minus 4 square root of 2. This would be the x coordinates of the two foci, 1 plus 1 minus, and the y coordinate will remain the same. It is 4. So these will be the two foci, and this is the graph of the ellipse. Let us do the same here. Well, it is not difficult, just know the steps and do it. X squared plus 10x and 4y squared plus 24y, and take the number to the other side. Now, x squared plus 10x plus, what is the number I should add? 10 over 2, 5 squared, 25. I should take 4 as a common factor. So I have y squared plus 24 divided by 4 is 6. Now the coefficient of y is 6. 6 over 2, 3 squared 9. So this is the number I need to add. Now I have -45 plus. I added 25 times 1, and I added 9 times 4, which is 36. Now I have x plus 5 all squared plus 4 times y plus 3 all squared equals -45 plus 25 plus 36 is 16. Now divide by 16. So x plus 5 squared over 16, y plus 3 squared. I have 4 over 16, so I'll have 4 here equals 1. The center of the ellipse is -5 and -3. So this is the center. 4 units right, 4 units left. This is -5. I reach -9. This is the major axis. The vertices are -9 and -3. Also -1 and -3. 2 units up, 2 units down to draw the minor axis. And you can write the coordinates of the minor axis easily. It is -5 and -1, -5 and -5. The foci would be on here on the major axis. C square is 16 minus 4, which is 12. C is square root of 12, which is 2 square root of 3. And this is about 3.5. So 1 to 3.5, so it is somewhere here, and 1 to 3.5 somewhere here. So these are the foci. What are the coordinates of the foci? The center is -5, -3. I will go to the right and to the left. So I will change the x coordinate. I will add c, which is 2 square root of 3, to the x coordinate, while the y coordinate remains -3. Now, graph the ellipse. Well, the center is 1 and -2. 4 units to the right. I reach 5. 4 units to the left. This is 1. I reach -3. This is the major axis. The minor axis, I go 3 units. This is the minor axis. Sketch the graph of the ellipse. The vertices should be here on the major axis. C square is 16 minus 9, which is 7. The center is 1 and -2. I'll go right and left. So 1 plus or minus square root of 7 and -2. These are the coordinates of the foci. So this is the graph, and these are the coordinates of the foci. Here I need to divide by 18. The right-hand side should be 1. So this is the equation of the ellipse in the standard form. 18 over 9 is 2. The center. The center is 3 and -2. I'll go square root of 18 units to the right. Square root of 18 is 4.2. This is 3. So I will reach this one. I can write the coordinates of the foci. The vertices, sorry. I start by 3 and add square root of 18. Also, I subtract square root of 18, which is negative 4.2. So this is the major axis. These are the vertices. Square root of 2. Square root of 2 is 1.4. So I reach here. This is the minor axis. And here, I graph the ellipse. I can write the endpoints of the minor axis. The foci would be on the major axis. C square is 16. 18 minus 2. C is 4. The foci would be focus 1. The center is 3, negative 2. I'll go right and left. So 3 minus 4 and negative 2. Focus 2 would be 3 plus 4 and negative 2. So focus 1 has coordinates negative 1 and negative 2. Focus 2 has coordinates 7 and negative 2. The center is 4 and 0 because this is y minus k and k is 0. This point, I go 2 units to the right, 2 units to the left. These are the coordinates, the endpoints of the minor axis. 5 units up, 5 units down. So the major axis, I'll go to here and here. And these 2 points would be the vertices. If you want, please find their coordinates. What's asked in the question is to find the foci. The foci are on the major axis. So for 0, 4 is not going to be changed, but I'll add C up and C down. What is C? C square is 21. C is square root of 21. So it's 4 plus or minus square root of 21. These are the coordinates of the foci. I divide by 36. So I'll have x plus 4 to the power 2 over 36 equals 1. I need the center. The center is negative 4 and negative 3. This is the center. 1 unit to the right, 1 unit up, because below x I have 1. This is the minor axis. The major axis, 6 units up, 6 units down. I am here at negative 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3. I reach 3. And I go 6 units down to reach negative 9. These are the vertices. And this is the graph of the ellipse. And here will be the foci. C square is 36 minus 1. So it's 35. C is square root of 35. So I start from the center. Negative 4, negative 3, I'll go up and down. So negative 4 is not changing. I add plus or minus a square root of 35 to negative 3, and this will be the coordinates of the foci. Convert each equation to the standard form by completing the square in x and y. Then graph the ellipse, give the location of the foci. as we did in the examples. I write x's together, the two terms, and also the two terms with y beside each other. I take the number to the other side. Then I take 9 as a common factor. I'll have x squared minus 36 over 9 is 4x. Negative 4 over 2 is negative 2. Squared is 4. That's the number I need to add. 25, take it as a common factor. 50 over 25 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1. Squared is 1. So this is the number I need to add. I added 4 times 9, that's 36, and I added 1 times 25, that's 25 to the right hand side. So 9x minus 2 squared plus 25y plus 1 squared equals 225. Now divide by 225. 225 over 9 is 25, so I'll have 25 here. And 9 here, and 1 here. The center is 2 and negative 1. And please sketch the graph and find the foci. Go 5 units to the right, 5 units to the left, 3 units up, 3 units down. It is a horizontal ellipse, and locate the foci. Let me do this one. 16x squared. There is no x. 25y squared minus 300y. Take 500 to the other side. 16x squared, it is already perfect square. Take 25 as a common factor. 300 divided by 25 is 12. What is the number I need to add? 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. What is the number I added? 25 times 36. 25 times 36 is 900. So I have 16x squared plus 25 times y minus 6 squared equals 400. Now divide by 400. 400 over 16 is 25. Over 16 equals 1. The center is 0, 6. Go 5 units right, 5 units left, 4 units up, 4 units down. Sketch the graph. It's the horizontal ellipse and locate the foci. And now we come to the second part of questions, second type of questions, where he gives you some information and he asks you to find the standard form of the equation of the ellipse. Center is 2, negative 3, so the center is not 0, 0. As usual, I will sketch the graph of this information. The information, I put them on the graph. So 2, negative 3, 1, 2, because I understand from the graph a lot of things. Now this is the center, so HK, good. Now, major axis is vertical with length 20. Major axis is vertical, so I go up and down to graph the major axis. Length 20, remember the length of the major axis is 2a. So a is 10. So I go 10 units up and 10 units down. Okay, 10, 10. Minor axis, the length of the minor axis is 10. The length of the minor axis is always 2b. So b is 5. So I go 5 units to the right, 5 units to the left, and sketch the graph of the ellipse. What is the equation of the ellipse? X minus h, h is 2. Y minus k, k is -3. Below x, I have 5 squared 25. Below y, I have 10, 10 squared 100. Or this is b squared and this is a squared. And that's the equation of the ellipse. Sketch the information. End points of the major axis 2, 2, 8, 2. So this is the major axis. Well, what is the length? You can find the center. This is 2, 2. This is 8, 2. Where is the center? The center is the midpoint. You can add 8 plus 2, 10 over 2, it's 5, because this is how we find the midpoint. Or you can just figure it out. This is the center. So the center has coordinates 5 and 2. Okay. What about the endpoints of the minor axis? 5, 3, 5, 1. Oh, so what is B? B is 1. What is A, by the way? A is 3, because it is the distance from the center to the vertex. So this is 3, this is 1. So everything is ready. X, where is the center? 5, 2. So x minus 5 squared over plus y minus 2 squared over, this is the equation, equals 1. Below x, 3 units, so 9. Or a is 3, a squared is 9. B is 1. So b squared is 1 square, which is 1. So this is the equation of the ellipse, and this was the last question. I hope you enjoyed ellipses with center HK.